What's up guys, Ricky here, back with another Arckit video. Today we're going to be building a pretty cool, small, tiny home. It's going to be a 2x1 ratio house, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 24 feet by 1, 2, 3, so 12 feet. And I've already prepped the landscape, so the house is pretty much just going to sit in this central portion. We'll have kind of like an outside patio right here. These spaces in the grass are representing where trees are going to go, and you'll have a small garden, 2 small garden plots right here in the back. This would be like a entrance to where the house is. If you're approaching from the road, right here would be a driveway or a car park. So to begin the house, we can go ahead and define the perimeter extents. So I'm going to put the corner walls everywhere, so you can get a sense of how big the house is going to be. So relatively small. I think it's between 240 and 280 square feet. And so this is going to be the size of our home here. So the way that we're going to set this up is everything's going to be revolved around this central glass window / double door. So this is going to be like the primary moment or feature of the home. So you're going to have this glass door right here, which allows the interior space to be well lit and provides kind of entry and exit. And what's going to be pretty cool is later on will represent that you'll be able to close that off with kind of like a barn door feature. So on the exterior of the house, you'll have like these guided railings that will have a solid door kind of slide in front of both of these glass walls, so you can close off the home if needed. So as kind of like a simplified plan, you're going to have a kitchen, living room, dining room, and bedroom all in this central area right here to the left. And over on the right, you're just going to have kind of a singled off bathroom. So we can go ahead and put the window to where the bathroom would be, and I'll turn around the model so you can see us building that. So this is where that bathroom is going to be. So I'll zoom in a bit so you guys can see. And right next to where the bathroom is going to be, we're going to put a corner. So the bathroom is going to be back to back to where the kitchen would be. So this wall that I'm setting down, the kitchen would be against this wall right here. So across from these 2 windows right here, I'm going to place 2 more picture windows. So you'll be able to open both of these to kind of help ventilate air and have circulation within the space. To the left and right of that, we'll just have solid walls. So our normal walls there, right here. So pretty simple. You have your bathroom right here, and then this is just one giant studio-like space. All right, right here, I'm thinking the bedroom would be along kind of like this wall, so maybe these 2 walls you have like a fold-out bed or something. So right here will be the window to that bedroom. Turn the model around facing front of the house. We'll go ahead and on either side of our large glass door, you'll have solid walls there. So this is basically the plan of the home. Pretty simple, not much going on, but I do like this simple layout. It represents basically, instead of dividing all of these smaller like programs into like individual spaces, you're just having one large program, which is going to make this home feel a lot bigger than it is. So on top of the bathroom and on top of the bedroom, since we're going to be having a gabled roof, we'll be able to use the I guess the space up here for storage space. So we're going to use some 12-foot beams, and on top of the bathroom we're going to basically line up our first one. So you'll be able to either like have a step-up ladder or ladder to access this storage space up here that is in between where that gable is sitting. So we'll have quite a decent amount of storage space up top. This could even be converted to a smaller bedroom or an office if wanted. And on top of the bedroom, we're going to have another shelf where you can then access this top part for storage space. So you'll have this center area, which is open to the high ceiling, and then you'll have these two areas which are slightly covered. So I really like this design, and we can then move forward with the next part. So we now have to roof this thing, and unfortunately there isn't so this roof distance spans 4 units, so we're going to have to be a little bit creative in figuring out a solution. And actually the solution represents modern construction a little bit better than, say, this piece just by itself if you use it regularly. So we'll have actually 2 overhangs on either side, which is going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and start prepping that. So I'm going to use these connector pieces and start polishing off the edge of the model. So we'll go ahead and do that. And do that on the other side. Alright, so we got that there. This one right here. You can see the house is very balanced. These windows are in the center. The windows on either end of the house are centered. So overall, I really like this design. Alright, so now that we have this, we now have to prep our gables. So I already know I want to put some like green walls or kind of like advanced sheeting on the outside of the home. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can just represent this with the glass panel. I have 3D printed this insert, but you can just use a glass panel if that's all you have. So basically place that right there on the outside. So just one off grid. I'm going to place another one next to that, and then 2 more on the opposite sides of where that window is. So this is going to be acting as not only a wall, but a place where we will be able to mount our gable to. So on either end of the house, we're going to have a corner piece facing outward. So I'll zoom in so you can see that real quick. So basically this corner piece, we're going to have that attached on the very corner facing outward. And we're going to basically do that for both sides. So I'll go ahead and turn this model around. We have these right here. So this is going to be a little bit different because I want to represent the actual barn door. So we'll have a solid wall right next to where that glass wall would be, and a solid wall. So if you can envision, these 2 doors would be able to slide closed to cover that opening if needed. All right, and then so our last one is going to be this corner one right here. So there we go. We have all of our things set. So especially on, or I guess on both sides really, since we have to span these every 3 units, this part of the gable is going to be hanging over nothing. So we're going to have to be a little bit creative when we get to that spot there. But let's go ahead and put the corner pieces. So we have this corner piece right here, and on the other side we have this corner piece. I'll zoom out. Alright, so once we get that, you can then see, you can use your normal gable piece, and then you can now span that distance. And it's really awesome. So I really like this because you do get the representation of the overhangs with Arckit, which is something that you weren't previously be able to do. Alright, so next we're just going to go across, and then so we have our connector piece right here. So I guess I'll zoom in so it's much easier. And so here's where it gets tricky. So we're going to have another straight piece hanging over nothing, and we'll do that mirrored on the other side. So let's go ahead and put the other gable on. And we'll then have another straight piece kind of hanging over nothing. So this wall is not really attached to this back wall. So what we can do is we can use our connector pieces, basically connect that in to pin it into place. So we can go and do that for one right here also. And then we mirror it on the other side. Right here. Yeah, sweet. So the connector piece kind of butts up against the truss, so your right or left side might hang off a little bit, but as long as you get 3 out of the 4 pins in, you should be fine. So I already pre-made this thing because I had to test to see if it works, but we have 2 gable pieces connected back to back with 2 corner pieces. So if you look, those are 2, come on, focus. All right, right there. So those are 2 corner pieces, and underneath that corner, I'm going to underpin with the connector piece. So this creates 1 unit in which we will just be able to hang on either side right there. So we'll do that when we prep the other side. So it should be pretty quick. Here we just have our straight connector on the side, straight connector bridge, straight connector bridge. Very cool. And then I'll go ahead and start pinning those with the connectors on either end. So to create that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and mount this over. So you're going to have to be a little bit gentle, because the only thing holding that up will be top pinned connectors. So we'll go ahead and pin a connector piece there, like that, and pin a connector piece on the other side, like that. Alright, so that, try not to put too much force on that. And so we'll do that for the other side here. So connector piece there, and connector piece right here. Sweet. Alright, so that is pretty solid. And then once we get our roof shingles and other rafter pieces, that'll help kind of keep that into play. So I guess, you know what, we'll do that. So we'll at least do one side. So remember, this is the only piece in Arckit with it this ways up, so make sure you follow that. And we'll go and pin that at the tops first. You will always want to start at the top and then make your way down. So we'll get that completed, and then we should be able to be good to go. So you can see now we have this overhang, which is something that I've always wanted, and I guess this is the way to do it. Or this is one way. If you guys come up with any other solutions, make a video or send me pictures. Let me see what you guys did. So here's that one roof side. So I really like how this exterior looks, and we can go ahead and right here we'll go ahead and place 2 of our additional exteriors, and then you'll be able to then pin those into place. Like that. Sweet. And then we can do that on the other side of the home. So we have exterior wall, exterior wall. And this does a good job at representing the wall thickness. Say if you actually built this house in real life. And so yeah, I was saying, like, we'll zoom in a bit so you're able to see. So like right here would be a storage space, and right here could also be a storage space. This space is pretty much big enough where you could probably fit like an extra bed or an office. You might have like a ladder going up from the bottom. Underneath this you would have the kitchen. Here would be like the dining room, living area, and then your bedroom would be far on this side. So it's a very small space, but it's homey and cozy. So I like that. So we'll go ahead and start roofing the other side. So make sure you pay attention to the direction. And once we get this pretty much set up, we'll be pretty much done with the model. It's not too bad. You can even add like an exterior shed out here if you have more pieces, kind of where the garden is, but it's not needed. Alright, and then be careful when applying pressure to the center there. You don't want that to collapse. That would be very bad. Alright, so we got that. Looks pretty awesome. We have this patio here. I was thinking we could add like another green wall kind of aesthetic. So I envision these houses to be kind of paired side by side. So if this is like a modular manufactural unit, you can then put this house next to another house. So this plate right here could be then multiplied to the left and right. So we'll have some privacy right here. So the bedroom's right here. And so we'll have some privacy right here with a kind of like a green screen. So we'll go ahead and I've been playing with like different ideas. We can just use a glass wall to kind of represent kind of where plants grow on. If you're using the architectures, you can put kind of the green texture on. So we have this little bit of kind of like a shading device. And then on either side, we're gonna have a column with a straight line, like a wall extender right there, and a column with another wall extender there. So you'll be able to kind of get this cool effect where like these two posts are holding up that wall assembly right there. And to kind of give you a sense of scale, this would be like a table. So you could have like a table out here with a couple of chairs. So we can go ahead and show you exactly kind of how big the build that we're building is. I should put the chairs down before the table. But think about it. Alright, cool. So that's like a little bit of a dining area, and then we can enclose that off by putting a glass railing along the back, and then put like a little futon, kind of like an outdoor couch here. Maybe there's a fire pit here actually, and no table. There's a bunch of things that you can do and experiment with. So this is basically the house. I'll go ahead and add the landscape features. So we have a tree here, tree here. Go ahead and place this one here, there, close that off. I was thinking maybe a little tree right here instead. On this side, we have some more trees. Let me get the last one. Alright, so they're all here. Alright, so we can have this tree right here, kind of like a medium tree, and kind of a large tree. Alright, like that. And we're going to have another large tree over here. So this is the final setup. Pretty awesome build. Pretty quick. Anybody who owns an Arckit should be able to just make this middle section without all the landscape. And then if more pieces you can then add on to it. But the house itself should be doable with most sets. And yeah, there we go. Pretty simple design. Not too much going on, but sometimes simple is better. And I've been kind of designing a lot of these tiny homes, and this one's got to be probably one of my favorites. I really love this roof and this barn door type thing where, so remember these two doors can kind of close together. So overall, I think this model looks pretty awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this or going to try to build it or something. Just let me know. If you need any help or tips and tricks, also let me know. My information will be in the description. But that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.